The camera tells me I'm live, so here we go. We'll let everybody know I had some dental work done. Probably sound a little different. It happens, but all part of making things better. Okay. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and get some safety glasses real quick. And if you followed any of these videos, you'll know that I'm a full-time knife maker. We have a shop here in St. Elmo, Illinois on Main Street, just off of Interstate 70 and Route 40. And we are part of the Forge Memory family. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. What I have here, I have some dyed and stabilized elk antler handles that I've decided to use on just some project file steel blades I happen to get done. And Cheyenne Brown, you may recognize the name from season 9, episode 5, Blades Gone Wild, A Forged in Fire. Or you may know Cheyenne from other places as well. She started to do stabilized handle materials, and I decided I want to go ahead and try some of these out. So she actually has some available in the shop, and that's awesome. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and wipe these down with some acetone. And acetone's great because if you have any little cuts on your hands or anywhere else that you get the acetone, you know about it pretty quick, really. So I'm just going to wipe this down and take off some of the extra grit and any wax or oil that might be on that. And of course I could be more precise about this, but it's not going to happen on this video. And I like the green. We did a little bit of experimenting with this a couple days ago and found that adding some dark walnut stain could actually enhance the handles more. Although, who wouldn't want a blue antler handled knife? I mean, it's kind of cool. So there you go. All right, so that's a start. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the forge and dispose of it. Do a backflip. Closest I can do, buddy. Certain things we go ahead and dispose of in the forge. If it's got linseed oil on it or anything like that, we generally dispose of it in the forge by burning right back there because it's controlled and we don't have to worry about it catching fire later. Purple Dinosaur, how's it going? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use one of these little cheap brushes that I buy in bulk. And we're going to get this going. So, out of these two blue handles, I like this one the most. So I'm going to experiment with this one first. And why don't we bring that camera a little bit closer? Well, thank you very much. What's the difference between these? There really isn't a difference. It's just a matter of how the material took the stain. And we're going to see. Of course, I'm not going to be able to show before and after unless you go back on the video. And if you guys haven't subscribed, please do so. But I'm going to I'm hoping that some of the light areas here darken up from this walnut stain. And of course, there's a possibility that it's not going to do anything because it's stabilized. But I think it's still going to take some stain. So, I'm going to let that set for just a moment, and while it does, let's go ahead and wipe it down. Can't say that it did a whole lot, but it definitely subdued some of the brighter, the highlights and so forth. So that did a little bit. Now that I look at it a little bit closer. Makes it just kind of blends those light tones in just a bit more. Okay, I'm okay with that. Let's do the next one. Which I don't mind some of the whites in that blue handle material, but I want it to. I don't want them to stand out quite as much. And by using this dark walnut, it does subdue that just a little bit. Now you can use other stains. I use dark walnut quite a bit in the shop here, and it's actually Minwax that I use. And on that one, I'm going to let it sit for a moment. Am I a blacksmith? Yes, I am. If you would like to see me in action, you can either watch some of my videos or watch Season 4, Episode 2 of Forged in Fire on History Channel, also on Disney+, a bunch of other streaming services. You can also find me on Discovery Channel, Season 1, Episode 1 of Master of Arms. We made a flintlock axe pistol. Looked a lot like that. And, oh, there's my paintbrush. I know I probably should be wearing these glasses, but I'm seeing better without them. So here we go. I'm going to take, and hopefully this darkens up the green. It made quite a bit of difference previously when we tried this. You know, but one thing I'm thinking I did previously, I definitely used elk antler, and I'm wondering if these aren't whitetail antler, which is generally more dense. But let's see what I've got going here. Get plenty of coverage. All right. We'll set that to the side. Let's see what we've got here. It depends on the person. Some of us are more dense than others. But as far as density on handle materials, I like more density as far as stability and strength, whereas for absorption of stains and resins and so forth, sometimes a little less on the density, at least initially, is better. This is elk antler here. I believe they're all elk antler. I did polish them up to about a 220 on my 2x72. I don't know if you guys probably can't see that over my shoulder right there, 2x72. So I think that darkened it up some. I got a little more purple to it than blue. Now let's see what happened to the green, if anything. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna, I don't know how much is showing on camera, but it is definitely That's definitely adding a little more color to the handle with the green. More noticeable than the blue. This job, what I'm doing right now is I'm just finishing handles. I'm a bladesmith. I make knives for a living, not cutlery, but forged items in general. And we have a forged memory location here in St. Elmo, Illinois. The downside being that we're in Illinois. Right there. That definitely darkens things up a bit. So next I'll go through and I'll sharpen these up. I wasn't worried about, because it's an experiment, I wasn't worried about finishing the blades out very highly. And these are file steel blades. So apparently it's time to pick the kids up. They're out of school already. So there you have it. Using a little bit of dark walnut stain to enhance your handles and take a little bit of the edge off of those lighter areas, and it does work. Now, if this material was not stained or stabilized, rather, if it wasn't stabilized, then it would have taken stain a lot more than what it did. But I'll actually have these up on my auction tomorrow night and see what they bring. Let's see. Do I want it really dark or just a little dark? It kind of varies. A lot of the antler that I work with what a lot of people don't consider to be desirable antler. Let's come over here to the display case. One of my display cases. And just to give you an idea that in some cases, I'll take a chalk white antler and I just want to bring a little bit of character out in it, And then there's other times that I want to darken it up quite a bit more. So there's different processes that you can go through to achieve those results. And the antler I just showed you was not stabilized. That was just natural chalk white elk antler. So chalk white is where it's set out in the weather, and it's kind of eroded due to the elements and time, and bleached in the sun. And it actually I found it to be one of my favorite materials to work with, actually. How long have I had my shop? Okay, my shop, I've had this shop. I closed on these properties December 30th of 2022. We did a grand opening August 8th of 2023, but we opened in like May of 2023. My shop previously was about half an hour from here, and I've been a bladesmith for going on 32 years, I believe. So hopefully that gives a little bit of insight. But now that those handles have cured just a little bit, I've got, I'm starting to like that a little more. A little different for me. I mean, to see antler these colors, but I think it's pretty cool. And I think you're going to make some cool knives. So subscribe to the channel if you would. I order some of the antler. Other times people bring antler into the shop. They'll either donate it, sell it, trade it. So it just kind of varies on where I get that. And then there are individuals who deal with antler, and I go ahead and I purchase from them as well. So once more, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We'll catch you a little bit later. See ya.